Let's talk about one of the most common and honestly, one of the most damaging broken relationships in the business world. And that's the one between marketing and sales. For decades, it's felt like they've been operating on completely different planets. But what if they could work as one seamless, powerful engine? Well, today we're going to dive into the modern playbook that makes that partnership a reality. Okay, get ready for this number because it should stop you in your tracks. According to our source material, in a staggering 80% of companies, the marketing and sales departments are actually working against each other. I mean, they're not just a little misaligned, they are actively competing. So I have to ask, is your company one of them? Really think about it for a second. Think about the last time marketing handed leads over to sales, or the last big planning meeting. Was there friction? A little bit of mistrust? If you're nodding your head, you're definitely not alone. But that friction, it's costing you, big time. And that's the problem we're going to unpack and solve right now. So what does this conflict actually look like in the wild? Well, we call it the Great Divide. It's this traditional siloed way of thinking that honestly plagues most businesses and actively sabotages their growth from the inside out. Okay, so this slide breaks it down perfectly. On the left, you've got that broken traditional model. That's the 80%. Marketing is just trying to hit a number, so they generate this huge pile of unqualified leads and basically throw them over the wall to sales. Sales, of course, quickly figures out these leads are junk and learns to mistrust anything from marketing. It's just a vicious cycle of waste. Now look at the right. This is the modern 20%. This is where the magic happens. Here, the teams get together and agree on what a good lead actually is. Marketing's job isn't just to find names anymore, it's to nurture those leads until they are genuinely ready to have a sales conversation. All right, so how do we fix this? How do we get from that broken 80% to the high-performing 20%? Well, it all starts with a pretty radical shift in your mindset. You've got to stop thinking about selling and start thinking about helping. You have to forget the pitch and instead offer real, genuine value. You know, this quote right here, it absolutely nails it. The goal isn't to just shout your sales message louder than everyone else. It's to become a trusted source of valuable information, to communicate, not just to sell. And when you do that consistently, the business and the loyalty, they just naturally follow. So let's put a formal name on it. Content marketing. This is the engine that drives the whole modern approach. We're not talking about ads here. We're talking about education, entertainment, and just being useful. You're creating things, blog posts, videos, guides, that your audience actually wants to see because it helps them solve a problem or, just do their job a little bit better. And look, here's the fundamental truth. Today's customers are smart, really smart. Before they ever dream of talking to a salesperson, they've already done hours of homework online. They've read the reviews, they've compared the prices, so a high-pressure pitch doesn't just fail, it actively pushes them away. What actually works is empathy, truly understanding their needs and showing them how your product's unique value solves their specific problem. Trust is the new currency. So what does winning this so-called content warfare actually look like on the ground? It means you're providing your expertise instead of just running ads. It means using storytelling to create a real emotional connection. It's about becoming an expert in your field, and it's about creating content that is so genuinely helpful or entertaining that your audience becomes your marketing team by sharing it for you. Okay, so this all sounds great, right? This idea of offering value is nice, but how do we actually do it? Well, this isn't just a feel-good idea. It's a structured process that methodically turns anonymous visitors into qualified prospects and eventually into loyal customers. See, every single customer goes on a journey. First, there's awareness, where they figure out they have a problem and that your brand exists. Then comes research, where they look for solutions. After that is evaluation, where they compare their top options. And finally, purchase. Now, the old way was all about trying to rush people straight to that last step. The new way is about guiding them and helping them at each specific stage of their journey. And this whole process of guiding them, well, that has a name. It's called lead nurturing. This is where content marketing becomes so incredibly powerful. If someone is in that research phase, you don't send them a buy now coupon. No, you send them a helpful guide or an invite to a webinar. You give them the right information at the right time to help them take the next logical step. But wait a second, this brings up a really important question, right? If you're nurturing hundreds, maybe thousands of leads, how in the world do you know when someone has gone from just looking to ready to buy? How do you avoid that old problem of just dumping bad leads on the sales team? Well, the answer is data. And this is where lead scoring comes into play. It's basically a two-part system. On one hand, you have explicit scoring. This looks at who the person is. Do they have the right job title? Are they in the right industry? Do they fit your ideal customer profile? On the other hand, you have implicit scoring, which looks at what they do. Are they visiting your pricing page over and over? Are they downloading case studies and watching product demos? And when you combine these two scores, bam, you get this crystal clear picture of which leads are both a great fit and super engaged. And those are the ones who are ready for a chat with sales. This all sounds great in theory, doesn't it? But actually making it happen at scale, nurturing and scoring thousands of contacts automatically, that requires one final, absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle: the right technology. Now, this Gartner prediction, yeah, it's from a few years back, but man, does it highlight a massive shift. Marketing isn't just about creative campaigns and pretty ads anymore. It has become a deeply technological discipline. The marketing department is now one of the biggest buyers and users of really sophisticated software in the whole company. And because of that, well, the modern marketing team looks nothing like it used to. It's not just copywriters and event planners anymore. You absolutely need technical experts. People who can manage data, who can administer a CRM, run the website, and, most importantly, specialize in marketing automation. The central nervous system for this entire operation is the marketing automation platform. This is the software that does all the heavy lifting. It sends the right email to the right person at exactly the right time. It tracks every click, every download, and every view. And it's what runs all those lead scoring algorithms automatically, 24/7 in the background. But here is where the real magic happens. That marketing system connects directly, seamlessly with the CRM, the system the sales team lives in every single day. So when a lead hits that magical sales-ready score, they instantly pop up in the salesperson's queue with their entire history, every single thing they've ever done attached right there. And the result of all this, of the shared data and the shared process, it's profound. There's no more arguing over whether a lead is good or not. No more working from different sets of information. Sales trusts the leads because they can see the data-driven reason why that person is ready to talk. For maybe the first time ever, marketing and sales operate as one team, with one common goal. All right, let's put a bow on this. What really happens when you bridge that great divide, when you focus on value and you unite your teams with technology? What's the actual bottom line payoff? The payoff is huge, and it's all about focusing your resources where they matter most. You can see it right here on the chart. The biggest gain comes from delivering much higher quality leads to sales. And because the leads are better, you get this massive increase in sales efficiency. And underpinning the whole thing is just better collaboration, which is the foundation for a healthier, more successful company culture. So, here's the key takeaway. This whole playbook, this entire internal transformation, it's all designed to meet an external reality. And that reality is that the customer has changed. They are informed, they are skeptical of old school sales tactics, and they are in control. By replacing your internal silos with integrated systems and swapping out pitches for genuine value, you build a growth engine that is perfectly tuned for this modern world. And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Take a hard look at your own teams, your processes, and your technology. Are they a relic of an old way of doing business? Or are you building an engine that's designed to win not just today, but for years to come? The choice and the opportunity is all yours.